Go ahead, ma'am. So what are my variables going to be? Think about how we did that yesterday when we had to sum two numbers and we had to, what did we do? You can look at your notes from yesterday. Well, someone wrote it down for you. Someone help her out. How did we classify those numbers? One was a larger number. That's okay. And one was a smaller number. Okay. So we're going to let X equal the larger number and Y be the smaller number. That way, when we subtract them, when we find the difference, we put X first. We take the larger number minus the smaller number. Does that make sense? Okay. So how do I show that their sum, Gavin, is 12? Yes, you, Gavin. The other Gavin's out. How do I show that the sum of those two numbers, my variables, is 12? Someone help him out. What does X, what does sum mean? It means X plus Y equals 12. Okay. That's okay. Difference. It says their difference is 4. Dakota, what does that look like? Will you close it all the way, please, and thank you? It says their difference, the difference of the two numbers is 4. What does that look like? Help him out, Eric. What does difference mean? So X minus Y is 4. Okay. So notice that, like, what method is going to be easier? Is it going to be easier to use elimination or substitution for this? Why? Who said that? So the Y variables also already cancel each other out, right? So I'm going to just rewrite those. We don't even have to change the equations. How awesome is that? It is pretty dang cool. So X plus X is 2X. These cancel out. 12 plus 4 is, so what does X equal? Perfect. Do I have to divide by 2, or can you guys like do that in your brain? Are you good with that? Because I've been kind of, you want me to write it? Okay, I'm sorry. So we know that X is 8. So I'm going to take the original first equation, X plus Y equals 12. But if X is 8, how do I find out what Y is? Subtract 8 from both sides. And you guys are probably getting to the point with this where you can actually do this in your brain and not show it. You just know that you're subtracting 8 from both sides. Okay, so remember this is a word problem. So I need a little sentence. It doesn't have to be gigantic. I'm going to say the two numbers are 8 and 4. Well, if it's about two numbers, yes. Okay. So, yes, ma'am. For word problems, you need a sentence answer, yes. And that's true like when you take a standardized test too. Like where you guys have to type and show your work, you should always give a sentence answer for a word problem. Okay? Sorry. It doesn't have to be anything like fabulous. It can just be real blunt. The answer is 8 and 2, something like that. Okay? So again, we're talking about two numbers. So I'm going to do the same thing. Let X equal the larger number and let Y equal the smaller number. Yes, please do. Yes, X plus Y equals 13. Absolutely.
So minus Y with 3.
Perfect. So what method are we going to use for these? Same thing as the one above, elimination. Yeah, and here's why. Gavin, Kane, do you see that the positive y and the negative y have no coefficient? They're going to cancel each other out. So x plus y equals 13, x minus y equals 3. These cancel out. When I add these together, I have 2x equals 16. That means x equals 8. Much like our last one, except that the sum is different. So I have 8, right? I have x plus y equals 13. So 8 plus y equals 13. What is the value of y? How did you do that? Yeah, good job. So y is 5. So the two numbers are 8 and 5. You good with that one? Is everyone done writing that one down, or do you want me to hold for a second? Yeah. You ready? Okay. So I think I jumped to number 4. I skipped one because it had a solution kind of question. So percents in there. So Stefan goes to school and he's selling tickets. The first day the ticket sales were $38. They sold 3 senior tickets and 1 child ticket. The second day they sold $52 worth of 3 senior tickets, 2 child tickets. So what kind of tickets are we selling? Senior and child. So I'm going to say let X equal a senior ticket. And it's asking us to find the price. So I'm going to put senior ticket and a money sign because that's what I'm trying to find. And then I'm going to let Y equal child ticket. And again, it's asking for the price. So I'm going to put the money sign after it. So senior ticket cost, child ticket cost. I never write out the word cost because a dollar sign is so much easier. So how do I show what they sold on the first day? It says 3 senior tickets and 1 child for $38. That's the first day. What does that look like? Okay, are you all right with me just writing 3x plus y? Okay. What about the second day, Dakota? Dakota, you have the second day. So on the second day, they made $52 from selling 3 senior tickets and 2 child tickets. What does that equation look like? They sold 3 senior tickets and that's plus 2y. Okay. What method do you guys want to use? Elimination. What do you want to multiply by? You want to multiply the top equation by -2? Okay, I'm done with that. So let's do that. -2 times 3x is -6x. -2 times y is -2y. -2 times 38 is -76. The bottom equation, we're not changing at all. 3x plus 2y equals 52. I'm going to add these together. So when I add them together, my y's are canceling out. I end up with -3x equals -24. Good job. Divide both sides by -3. And I find out that x equals 8. Okay. So x equals 8. Do you want to plug that into the first equation or the second? The first. So 3 times 8, because that's what x is, plus y equals 38. Let's see, 3 times 8 is? So 24 plus y equals 38. Are any of you guys thinking like 24 plus what number is 38? Are any of you guys doing that in your brain? Okay. All right. So subtract 24 from both sides, and I find out that y equals 14. So I have to write a little sentence. So a senior ticket is $8, and a child ticket is $14. I think that's ridiculous that a senior ticket is so much less than a child ticket. I don't know anyone who's going to pay $14 for a child ticket. That's a bit absurd.
I would.
Yeah. Okay. You'd sell your kid? Is that what you said? Oh. Oh. Okay, here we go. I wrote this in, obviously. So this is a question just like yesterday. Yep. I have 43 coins in a jar. The coins, quarters and dimes, total $6.55. How many of each coin do I have? Eli, define my variables. We did a question like this yesterday. I think we did 2 questions like this yesterday. One in our notes and one in our homework. We're talking about two kinds of coins. What do we have? X equal the number of quarters. Got it. Yeah, number of dimes. Okay. So how many coins do we have all together? How do I show that?
Y, X plus Y.
Yeah, X plus Y equals 43. Now I have to talk about the value of the coins. How much is X is a quarter? What is the value of a quarter? 0.25. Good job. Because we're talking about money. 0.25 X plus, what is the value of a dime? Because this is a 0.1 Y equals 6.55. Okay. I'm going to use substitution only because Brody did that yesterday. And I think that that's a really good idea. So I'm going to take this equation right here and I'm going to solve it for X. So how do I solve this equation for X? Subtract Y. So I get X equals 43 minus Y. Are you okay with that? All right. Now I'm going to take this value right here and plug it in right here, right, for my X. So I'm going to rewrite that second equation, 0.25 times X, which is really 43 minus Y, plus 0.1 Y equals 6.55. Gavin Kane, since you really don't like decimals and they hurt your feelings and all that stuff, I want you to make sure you have a calculator. And I want you to tell me what 0.25 times 43 is. 10.75. Okay. What is 0.25 times negative Y? A negative 0.25 Y, yes. Plus 0.1 Y equals 6.55. Do we have any like terms? Meaning, are any of these numbers the Y's? I can combine those. Gavin, since you hate decimals because they're so tough, I want you to take in your calculator negative 0.25 plus 0.1. Yeah, negative 0.15 Y equals 6.55. Gavin, if this were your problem, how would you get Y all by itself? I want you to do that with your calculator. I'm going to write it down, 10.75 minus from both sides. So you are going to take 6.55 minus 10.75. What is the last step, Gavin? Divide both sides by negative 0.15. And what do you find out, bud? It does. What is it? What is it? You already have the negative 0.42 in your calculator. Just hit divide. Just do divide, negative 0.15. 28. That means that I have how many dimes? I have 28 dimes. How many total coins do I have? 43. What's 43 minus 28? And 15 quarters. So I know that decimals are ugly. However, you have a calculator doing all of the work for you. You can absolutely do those. Don't skip them again, okay? Yes. Okay. So do you see this right here, this equation? We know that x is 43 minus y. So I said, what is 43 minus 28? And that's 15. So that's what x is. Okay. Does that make sense? Are you sure? Okay. So this is a good question. So if you ever do, so this is a question like this is like a CUDA software question. And I know that a lot of your like state exams use CUDA software. So they always give you buses and vans, right? So one high school takes 8 vans and 8 buses with a total 240 students. The other high school takes 4 vans and 1 bus, but they're only transporting 54 students. You're trying to figure out how many students fit in each bus and van. So Gavin, turn around. We're going to let X equal number of kids on the bus. And I'm going to let Y equal number of kids in the van. Okay. So X comes first, right? So how many buses did I take for the first high school? 8 buses, 8X plus. How many vans did I take? 8Y. How many kids did I transport? 240. Okay. Let's look at the second school, high school B. How many buses did I take? 1. So that's just X. How many vans did I take? Plus 4Y. And how many kids did I transport? What method do you want to use to solve this? Elimination. What do you want to multiply by? Negative 2 on the bottom. Good job, you guys. So the top equation doesn't change at all, correct? So 8x plus 8y equals 240. The bottom equation is now negative 2x minus 8y equals negative 108. Okay. When I add these together, 8 minus 2 is 6. So 6x equals 240 minus 108 is 132. Divide both sides by 6. And I think you get 22. So how many kids ride on the bus? So 22 kids ride on a bus. And let's figure out how many kids ride in a van. How am I going to figure out how many kids ride in a van? And I'm going to put it into the second one so I don't have to do any multiplying because you see that there. So instead of writing x plus 4y equals 54, I'm going to actually say 22 plus 4y equals 54. I'm going to subtract 22 from both sides. So I find out that 4y equals, yes, good job. Divide both sides by 4, y equals 8. So 22 kids ride on a bus and 8 kids in a van. many kids fit on a bus typically? Isn't it like 63 or something? Oh, 3 in a seat. You guys only do 2 in a seat? Okay. 48. Okay. Okay. All right, we have two more. We're just gonna we are gonna just set up number 9. We're not gonna solve it because we've done several senior ticket ones. So I'm gonna let X equal the cost of a senior ticket, and I'm just gonna write money for a senior, and Y is the money for a child. I just want to come up with the equation. So Naya, give me the first equation. I kind of boxed it in for you. How many senior tickets and how many child tickets for what amount? So that's 3X. And how many child tickets? So 9Y. And how much did I spend? Perfect. Okay. Danae, you're up next. I'm going to highlight it. I spent $67 and I bought 8 senior tickets and 5 child tickets. What's that one going to look like? Senior tickets is X. How many senior tickets did I buy? 8X. Plus how many child tickets did I buy? So 5Y. How much money did I spend altogether? 67. Okay. We're not going to solve that. We're just going to set it up. Okay. What do you mean add it all together? I would use elimination. Yes. But you want to make sure that one of those cancel out. Okay. Number 10, Matt and Ming are selling fruit for a school fundraiser. You can buy small boxes or large boxes. So let's let X equal the the cost of a small box. And Y is the cost of a large box. Do we sell fruit here for band in the fall or in this? Yeah. Okay. All right. So Matt sold 3 small boxes and 14 large boxes for $203. What does that look like? 3 small, 8 in, plus 14 large for a total of 203. What does that look like? That's okay. So 3 small boxes plus 14 large boxes for a total of 203. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Amira. Ming sold 11 small boxes and 11 large boxes for 220. Okay, we are going to solve this one. So what do you want to multiply both sides by? Or do you want to use a different method? Like, do you want to use elimination and multiply both sides to change the value? Or do you want to use substitution? Yeah, I would use elimination. And here's what I would do. I'd multiply the top equation by 11, and I'd multiply the bottom equation by what? Good job. You guys are awesome at that. We are multiplying the top equation by 11 and the bottom equation by -3. Okay. So 11 times 3 is 33x. 11 times 14, I think, is 154. Y equals, I cannot do 203 times 11 in my head. $2,233. Is that right? 2233. Okay. -3 times negative or times 11 is -33x minus 33y equals -660. Okay. So my x's cancel out, which is what I want. 154 minus 33 is 121, right? 3 minus 0 is 3. 13 minus 6 is 7. 21 minus 6 is 15. I think it's 1573. Someone check my math. Okay, good. Divide both sides by 121. I don't have a calculator. Someone took mine. What is it? $13. So a large box is $13 and a small box is, we have to figure that out. So what do you want to plug that small box into? Where do you want to plug in to find the small? Top one right here? Okay. So 3x plus 14 times 11 equals 203. Well, we know that 14 times 11 is 154. So 3x plus 154 equals 203. Subtract 154 from both sides. So 3x equals 49. Is that right? Someone check my math. What's, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're awesome. Let's scratch all that. So times 13. What's 13 times 14? Thank you for that. 182. Okay, so we're going to minus 182 from both sides. That looks much better. So 3x equals, let's see, 203 minus 82 is 21.
Yes.
Divide both sides by 3. So x equals 7. So, and a small box is $7. Done. Okay. All right. So let's look at your homework really fast. So forks and spoons, very good. 50 books, 60 books. Okay, cross off number 2. I just don't even like it. Ma'am? I'll set up some of them, but not all of them. So number 4 is vans and buses. You guys should be fine with that. Didn't you already have one? We're going to cross off number 5. It's just like number 1. Okay. Vans and buses. What is up with the handmade forks and spoons? Who even likes handmade forks or spoons? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to give you a choice. So I'm crossing off what 2 numbers? Crossing off 2 and 5, and then you get to choose to cross off 7 or 8. Nope. So you can choose to eliminate 7 or 8 because I want you to do a total of 7 problems. Nope. Which one is it? 8? You guys want to get rid of 8? You can, but don't forget, okay? Okay, I'm going to stop the video.